Hi everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. So today I am going to be talking about recruiting, but I'm going to be talking about it in a little bit of a different sense than we've talked about before. When I first started Perfectly Posh, my husband was a Marine Corps recruiter, and recruiting was one of the most intimidating things at the beginning of my business. He was always trying to give me tips and advice and talk about how the Marine Corps recruits and all of these things that he had learned through being a recruiter. But I didn't want any of it. I was still way too nervous to get into that. As my business continued to grow, I realized that the stuff that he was talking about was really very applicable to recruiting in the posh world. So I'm going to go through a few steps that the Marine Corps uses in their recruiting system and take it back to how it applies to our posh businesses or to any business that you want to recruit people into. And really, this is just getting people to join our team. This is offering the opportunity that we all are enjoying so much. So the Marine Corps has invested in this specific program a lot of money. It's a multi-million-dollar sales tool. And what it does is it really breaks down the basics of selling something to someone. And I'm going to go through that in a few simple steps and show you how it relates to our posh business. So the first step is getting contacts. The more people you talk to, the more people you have the opportunity to talk about the posh business with. This is the same for the Marines. They have to get in contact with a ton of people in order to get those appointments to get recruits. They do cold calls, they work at high schools, they go out canvassing in the area to look for people to start conversations with, and they get rejected all the time. It almost becomes like you crave the rejection. You want to talk to more people because you want that next recruit, but you get so many no's along the way, you kind of just want to keep trying. And it's the same with posh. The more people you talk to, the more recruit packets that you send out, the more likely you're going to have someone join your team. So don't stop just because someone says no. That no could be leading you to your next yes. Once you do gain someone's attention and they start talking to you, it is so important to build rapport. When the Marines have someone that is interested in joining and they set an appointment to bring them into the office, they spend a good 20 to 30 minutes talking to this person, just getting to know them. They use an acronym BLT to describe this time. And BLT stands for Believe, Like, and Trust. Through this conversation, you are learning about the person's learning a little bit about you, and they're going to start to believe what you're saying, like you as a person, and trust the information that you're giving them. It's so similar to our posh businesses. We don't just want to spam people and throw the opportunity out there. We want to build a relationship. We want to make friends. We want to show them what posh can do for them in a genuine way. And by doing that, we have to get to know them first. You want them to believe you, to like you, and to trust what you're saying. The next thing that the Marines do, after they've taken some time to get to know this potential recruit, they have 11 different benefit tags. They're little square plastic tags that they lay out in front of their potential recruit, and it has different traits that the Marine Corps can offer them. There's tangible traits and intangible traits. So we have everything from travel and adventure to courage to the sense of belonging, physical fitness, education, all things that someone can gain through becoming a United States Marine. They lay them all out in front of the potential recruit, and they ask them to rate them from highest to lowest. How appealing are these traits to you? By doing that, it lets the recruiter know what this person is most interested in. If they didn't have this person lay them out and rate them, they would just have so much to talk about. Where would they start from all of the possible things that the Marine Corps could offer someone? And that's so much like our business. When someone approaches us, it's so tempting to just word vomit all over them and tell them, I love the products and I love the opportunity to make friends and I love time out with my girlfriends, and the list goes on and on. But we might not be speaking to what they are actually interested in. And if we're not speaking to what they are interested in, we're losing their attention. They're not going to be interested in all of the other fluff. We need to find out what is important to them. Do they want to join Posh for extra income? Do they want to join Posh to have some me time? Maybe they want to join Posh just to get out of their house a few nights a week and have a party with some friends. We have to find out what is important to them and what is their driving motivation to be interested in starting something like Posh. Once you have all of that information laid out in front of you and you know what is important to the person that you're talking with, it's really easy to have a guided conversation about it. You can talk about the things that are very specific to what they are interested in. Once you have all that information laid out in front of you, it's really easy to have a genuine conversation and ask a lot of open-ended questions with the person because you already know what they are interested in. In doing this, you're exploring. You're able to see more into why they chose the benefit tags that they did, why they have the interest in Posh that they do. Why do they want to get out of the house? Maybe you can relate that back to yourself. Again, you want them to believe, like, and trust you. If you are just talking over them the whole time, it's not going to feel genuine to them. It's going to feel like you are just trying to get someone to join your team. You want to show an interest in what they want and need out of their potential Posh business. Once you've done this, you want to make sure that you've answered all their questions. Relate it back to yourself. Answer their questions before they've even asked them, and ask them lots of open-ended questions so you can get the most information possible from them. Once you've gone through all of that, you've built rapport. They've began to like, believe, and trust you. They have laid out what is important to them in their potential Posh business, and you've really had time to talk about it, to have a conversation, to open all the questions. You want to gain commitment. It is okay to say, so are you ready to start? Or what is holding you back now from joining Perfectly Posh? Are you ready to get your kit? Can I help you get started? Any of those kind of sentences or taglines or questions are great to end the conversation. You don't just want to say like, okay, it was so great talking to you. You want to try and gain commitment at the end. Ask, do you think you want to join within the next week? Can I help you get your business started? Something like that so that they have the opportunity to answer to you. If they say, you know what, I'm just not sure, I need to think about it, then you set a follow-up appointment, just like the Marines do in their system. You never let someone just leave without a commitment to either join or to come back and talk to you a second time. So at the very end, you just want to make sure that it is genuine again. If they don't join right away, that's okay. You're going to follow up with them. You're going to remember exactly what you talked about the first time. Go over it again, see what else you can do for them, and continue that process. And I think that it's really easy when you look at it to see how great of a process that this is. It's not just some recruiting scheme. It's truly about relationships. It's about getting to know people, how this business is going to work for them, and what you have to offer. So I hope that this helps you guys in your recruiting. If you have any feedback, please share. If you have questions, please ask. I'm more than happy to answer them for you. And I will talk to you guys soon.